Well, thanks, Shelley, for meeting with me. This meeting today is really all about your business, your goals, your focus. And if it's okay with you, I put together some information about your online appearance and how your website is maybe functioning or not functioning in the internet world. And I'd like to go ahead and share that with you if it's okay.
That'd be great.
I also want to take some notes and dive in and ask some questions as well. So basically, what I found was I did an analysis on how people might search for your business. And I typed in Cokato nursing homes. And as you can see on the search result, you definitely show up here. However, there's no link to your website. Can you see that there?
I can, yeah.
Okay. And when you look around there, do you notice some of these competitors or some of these people as being maybe potential competitors?
Yeah, well, everybody on the list is a potential competitor, but Plainview is the one I notice the most.
They stand out the most?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind sharing what the competitive advantage is with you? Why would people pick you over Plainview?
Well, we have a full-time nursing home, and we're assisted living facilities that we just state-of-the-art, and then we have physical therapy as well, plus all the advantages of having on-staff services. That we have better facilities than Plainview.
And you bring up nursing home, physical therapy, assisted living. Those are really your three profit centers, correct?
Yeah.
What is a healthy mix for you? Where are you at right now, and where would you like to be?
Right now we're more nursing home because the assisted living facility is fairly new. So we're probably 50% nursing home and 30% assisted living, and probably 20% of it is physical therapy right now, I guess, if I were to guess.
And what would be ideal?
We'd want more assisted living. Obviously, we'd want that to be more, maybe 50-50 between nursing home and assisted living. Not really too concerned about the physical therapy because that comes with, we have to take care of our residents. So.
Okay. So definitely there's opportunity to grow with assisted living. And what I did too is I looked at assisted living in Cokato. I also did a search in Wright County. And I want to share with you what your clients might be or potential clients might be seeing when they search for you online. And as you can see, are you familiar with the difference between the search marketing and the optimization?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay, well here's a search for Cokato Nursing Home, or actually Cokato Assisted Living. And the search marketing are the paid ads. This is how Google, Yahoo, Bing make their money. This is basically budget-based, and that's how these people are being found here. When the budget runs out, then their ad basically falls down. This is the free side, if you will, or the organic space, where maybe your website is appearing or is not appearing, depending on how people search. And that's a nice area to dive into, take a look at, and make sure you're an option when people search. So I did look for assisted living, and you can see on this search here, there is no Cokato Manor or Cokato Nursing Home being found on that search. Have you done similar searches in the past?
I have not, but apparently I should have.
Okay. And, that's common. I mean, a lot of people, you're busy doing what you do with business, and that's why I'm here. So I just like to kind of share and point that out, that there's some opportunity there. And when you take a look at the SEO as a whole, just understand that when you partner with Dex Media, we have partnered with one of the top-rated SEO companies in the nation. In fact, Boostability was ranked number 2 in April. So feel comfortable about having some of the best people assigned and working on your optimization when you partner with us.
Okay.
So I also took a look at just what your website looks like on the inside and on the outside or the back side. So when customers land here, they see great pictures. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of content on your site. However, were you aware that the links weren't working?
We don't like our site, and
Okay.
so I haven't really messed with it because I know I need to get a new one. So, yeah, it has issues.
Okay. And so not surprised if I point out that when I went to the Facebook link as well, there was no link into the actual Facebook page. Have you looked at doing a Facebook page?
Not really. I'm sure we need to. It's just priorities were not there. It's not high on that list, I guess.
Okay. And can you tell me last time you updated your website or tried to make changes to it?
When we set this one up 5 years ago.
Okay, so really 5 years ago it was designed, it kind of launched, and then haven't really touched it since, right?
No, we haven't.
That's okay, that's common. Again, that's why I'm here, so that's why we're having this conversation. So there's plenty of opportunity on site. I also want to mention that, are you familiar with the mobile compatible websites?
Yeah, a little bit about them, yeah.
Okay, so basically it's good to know that if your website, if somebody were doing a search for nursing homes on their mobile device and your website was not mobile compatible, basically it's Google, Yahoo, Bing, the search engines are not going to return your site. Okay, it's going to be harder for people to find you. So making sure that your website's mobile is very, very much important going forward. Is that anything you've even looked at or considered?
I know that the people that are our potential customer, it's their sons or daughters, and I know that they use their phone, so I know I need to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we need to fix our site.
Well, and I share this information because through our premier partnership with Google, we have some insight into that, and that the fact that really all of our customers need to be moved over into a mobile site over the next several months here. Make sense?
Yep.
So I took a look at what your website looks like maybe on the back side, okay? So we know we have great images on there and you have a lot of rich content on there. But there's also some information in the coding and the keywords that might alarm you. It basically this analysis brought back some information about banking. And you can see some of your keywords are about banking and not nursing care.
That's concerning.
And some of your competition also brings back some banking information versus Plainview and some of the other nursing homes that you saw on that earlier slide. So when we take a look at that, that's basically saying some of the keywords or coding on the site maybe need to be fixed or changed.
Yes, definitely.
We talked about Facebook and that you're interested in definitely getting a page up and running. Have you done anything with Twitter, YouTube, or LinkedIn for social media?
Oh, I'm on them personally, but not for the business, no.
The business. And that's, something that when you look at some of the competitors, I went and pulled up another one, and this isn't Plainview, this is another one in the area, but they're definitely showing up on Facebook, and they have 121 likes or followers, and just getting that fan base built up. Is that important to your business?
I know it should be.
Okay.
It's just not been one of my high priorities.
So just a matter of time, and that's
Yeah.
why I'm here. So I also want to take a look at what's called the Dexino's conversion page, and that's basically the online directory. So if you're doing a general search for maybe assisted living or physical therapy for seniors or something like that, we want to make sure you're showing up here. And right now, we don't have a page set up for you. So with your permission, I'm going to go ahead and set up a page and get a bunch of information to put in there as far as getting your website and maybe even building that Facebook page and doing some of those things on the back side for our next meeting. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
Good. And everything we do is really based on what we call smart content. So I'm going to go through and make sure that we have all the bells and whistles that not only the search engines like, but also if somebody's searching for you in a print ad, that you're being found as well. So I need to ask more questions in order to be able to put together a proposal to be able to do this. So when you take a look at the things we discussed online and how you're showing up here, what stands out the most for you for opportunity?
Well, obviously, our website, and then to appear on Google so that Plainview's not getting our business.
The website, right. And I would agree. And definitely maybe take a look at some social media as well.
Yeah, we can look at that. I think I'd want to focus on getting on Google first, but
Makes sense.
I could see where Facebook is possibly an area that we could get into.
Okay, sounds good. Let me ask some more questions if it's okay, just about some of the capacity, some of the growth that you have here and the opportunity to make sure that whatever I recommend, it has to have a good return on investment for the business. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, we really want to focus on nursing homes and assisted living and maybe a little bit of physical therapy for marketing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a 280 bed facility here for the nursing home. Where are you at as far as capacity?
Well, it does vary, but I would say we are 60% full at this point.
Okay, so there's some opportunity there. There's
Yeah.
40% of beds that are not being filled on average, correct?
On average, yeah.
Okay.
Again, it changes depending on, our assisted living facility. They may end up in our nursing home side and vice versa.
Okay, sounds good. And as far as assisted living goes, how much room for growth is there? Where are you at now? Where would you like to be?
We're only well, it's a brand new facility, so it's about 30% 30% full at this point, and those are just ones that got out of the nursing home and could go back into an assisted living.
About how many patients is that, or how many people is that?
That we have?
Yeah.
I would say we have about 120 residents right now.
Okay. All right. So there's room for 70% more growth in that area.
Yes.
And as far as physical therapy, I know that's all kind of tied in once they become, once they sign up for assisted living or, join the nursing home. Physical therapy is something that you offer, but do you offer it to other people outside of the nursing home that are maybe seniors?
Yes. They all, they can make appointments to come in to work with our physical therapists.
Okay, so about how many of those a day are you doing now, and how many could you handle?
Oh, I'd have to talk to that group, but I'd say we probably do on average 1 or 2 a day.
1 to 2 a day, but is there enough staff and room to take on more?
Right now, yes. I'm not sure if when these facilities are full, if that would be the case, but for right now, there is.
How many more do you think?
Well, they could probably handle 2 to 3 a week, depending on how many times they come back. Is it 2 appointments a week or is it 5?
Okay, so 2 to 3 more a week, basically. Yep. All right. So if you had 10 people call and they found your website or however they found you online, how many do you think you would convert?
For
all, maybe nursing home, physical therapy, assisted living, across the board.
Oh, well, physical therapy is going to be easier because they'd have to go 60 miles to get to the next therapist. So I would say those are going to be a higher conversion versus the nursing home and assisted living where they're looking at the place that they're going to live. So that's more after they get in. I would say maybe it's not necessarily the call, it's after the appointment and they see the facilities.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say probably 25% conversion at this point.
For the nursing home part?
And assisted living,
okay.
Both. I mean, because they have to see the facilities and check it out and what we have to offer and compare it to.
But more like an 80% conversion on physical therapy?
Yes, just because it's so far away.
Okay, that makes sense. So if you think about your ideal customer, right, and we talked about mostly people 55, 60 plus, is that correct? Who calls to book for the,
well,
or makes the decisions?
Usually it's the children.
Okay.
In some situation, assisted living, the resident, potential resident is making that call because they can still do
sure.
that. But when it's going to the nursing home, it's usually their children that are helping them make that decision. So for assisted living, I'd say it's about 60 to 80, depending on the situation with their health.
Okay.
And then for nursing home, it's usually older, 80 to 90, and the children are helping make that decision.
Okay, so really your customers could be anywhere from 55 on up to 90.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
And is there a type of lifestyle that where are they coming from? You're in more of a rural area. There's a lot of farming community around you. What are you seeing?
Mostly it's farmers from this general area, or we are starting to get more of the children that live in this area bringing their parents closer to them. So
okay.
But they're coming from about 50 miles away right now.
About 50 miles around,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly rural.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about the three, I know you do three very different things here, but what is the average sale, basically? If you were to kind of average it out, what would that be?
I would say it's about $2,000.
About 2,000. Ultimately, what is your goal? What is your passion, your vision? What do you want to see happen with the Cokato Manor?
Well, we need to have the assisted living facility full. That would be the perfect scenario. And understanding that we could get maybe to 85% to 90% capacity in their nursing home, because we'd want to be able to take our assisted living patients that may need to go back to nursing home care. So I'd want to have a little room there, but I'd like the assisted living facility full.
And what would that mean to the business if you were able to do that over the next year?
Over the next year, well, it would just allow us to keep investing in the company and maybe growing what we have to offer our residents, or upgrading our facilities in the nursing home, things like that, so that the care is still remains to be top notch.
Any future plans of expansion or putting in another facility in the area here?
That is kind of our long-term goal. We have another area we're looking at in about 100 miles east of here. So.
Okay. So it's definitely something you'd like to see happen over the next year, correct?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, good. Let me go ahead and recap what I learned here, if it's okay.
Sure.
Basically, you want to market to about 50 miles around where you're currently at, but there is tremendous opportunity to grow the assisted living. We talked about that basically only being 30% full right now, so about 70% growth is needed there, correct?
Yes.
And then physical therapy, you definitely could add on more, and people can come from outside. They don't even have to be a resident here to take advantage of the services. So there's some marketing opportunity there.
Yeah.
And then the nursing home is basically, you have 280 beds, and you're at about 60% capacity, so you have room for definite growth and filling that up as well. And the average sale, or the average customer, is worth about $2,000. Is that correct?
Yep.
And then conversions, they're kind of all over the board. We talked about maybe 80% for physical therapy, and then a little bit less, 25-30% for the other services. And that's because you want to get them here and they have to look. And
Yeah. As soon as they're here, we can sell them on everything we have to offer. But over the phone, it's hard to see that.
Yeah. And the primary goal of the website is really, you want to bring good information, you want to be found, you want to be chosen, but you also want the phone to ring. That's ultimately why you want that website out there. Is that correct?
Yes, and we want them to be able to see what we have, why they should make that phone call. Because right now, they don't, obviously you can tell, they don't know what we have to offer.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go back and put together a recommendation, because I have some great things and some great ideas to help you get to that goal, to help you meet that objective of over, in 1 year to be able to add on and expand to the facility and try to bring you some more customers. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Okay. Thank you.